Hi guys, so I talk about travel a lot in here because I love to travel so much, but I really think we do need to normalize that not every day has to be packed with activity. When I was interrailing around Europe, I was like in one place for like 2 days, 3 days, and off, and you kind of did have to fit it all in really quickly. But when I went from LA to Sydney on the 4th of February, so this date 2 years ago, I was absolutely shattered. When you cross the international date line, it just tires you out. So basically, from LA, where I was, to going into Sydney, there's a 19-hour time difference. So you miss a day of your life doing that. So, yeah. So when I arrived in Sydney for February, I had literally 19-hour difference to what my brain was thinking and feeling, and you know, it was very, very strange. I've wanted to go to Australia for so long. I basically went to Australia first time when I was 2, then when I was 10, and then when I was 13. My father lives in Australia. My parents actually met in Australia, but I was raised in England. They came back to England, but then my father went off back to Australia, and I've got lots of family in Australia, siblings, cousins, a granny, and you know, aunts, and I got so much family there, cousins, so many different cousins, and 2 uncles, even like loads of family. And so I was always planning on going back. But literally, the first thing I wanted to do was go to Circular Quay. Sydney's one of my favourite places in the whole world, probably. My favourite city in the world is definitely Sydney. I love it so much. And I wanted to go back so desperately. And so all I could think about when I was there, I was on like a 10-minute walk from Sydney Harbour. The Circular Quay is like my favourite place. I was so desperate to go there, but I was so shattered. And so when I got to my hostel, my godmother, actually, her son was out there travelling at the same time. He was actually on a gap year before uni. And we went up to like the kitchen in the hostel, and he made me a cup of coffee. It was the sweetest thing ever, and I really, really appreciate that he did that, and he was really, really kind. He knew that I'd lost a lot of my belongings in LA, so he was kind of wanting to be there for me, and my godmother was in touch with me, and they were both very much there for me over the phone, but he was there in person, so it was really, really nice to see him. And then when I went to the hostel was great, and then the hostel staff kind of gave me very good advice, which is try and stay awake so then you sleep the next night, because you're going to be so shattered, and you know, the day and night's going to be so out of kilter for you. But still, I was so wanting to go to Circular Quay. I knew it was 20 minutes on the road. I've been wanting to do it since I was 13. I was now 28. I was desperate to go to Circular Quay, but I was just too tired. I wouldn't have enjoyed it, and I let myself just rest before going to sleep that night. I think after a plane, you do need a shower. You just got that plane smell. It's just, you know, you get into your hostel, get your bag sorted, been at the airport, gone to the hostel, and I did just relax. I didn't do too much. I try not to sleep too much. I didn't do much. I was very near the Chinatown area of Sydney. I was desperate to go to. I was looking forward to my first full day in Sydney, basically, because I did really want to